Well, I've read up to chapter 21 of Jeremiah, and God talks to Jeremiah and tells him that he's like the potter, and tells Jeremiah to go to the king's gate and all these gates, and tell him that that they've done evil and they need to turn back, and he's he can bless them when he wants to bless them, but when they don't act right, he can take those blessings away, and so he does it, and then he tells them to smash this pot that I saw at the Rock Church in San Diego, in Point Loma, this guy come and give his testimony and how he was unfaithful to his wife, he was dealing drugs, using drugs, and his wife came back to him, and then he makes this pot, and it's like a tower, it's like a big vase, whatever, that he mashes it down and makes it like a platter, and he changed. So he demonstrated what how a potter can change the pot, and how he feels or whatever, and that's kind of what God said. So I'm like, that is just wild. So this guy, Mike Voris, who's got this video podcast called The Vortex, where lies and untruth and deception are revealed, and he's a Catholic, and he rails on about the leadership in the Catholic Church, how it's been taken over by some satanic element, and homosexuals, and the Pope's all part of that. And this morning, he actually calls for the Pope to step down. Right? And I am in total agreement with everything he's saying. But then he also rails on against Protestants. Okay? And, if you're not with the Catholic Church, you're as bad as the evil people run the Catholic Church. Well, I'm begging to differ. Okay. I had for like 4.5 years, I had to be an apologist for the Christian faith. And I had a business partner who was a deputy sheriff and then a DEA agent, attorney. And he had a brother who was fathered by a priest, a Catholic priest. And he had another brother who was raped by a Catholic priest. And then this guy, when he was like 12 years old, I guess he was a pretty big kid for 12, a priest touched him inappropriately and got a beat down from him. And his dad was a pretty powerful guy. His dad was like the regional manager of Sears Roebuck in Atlanta, and actually met with Martin Luther King to start hiring blacks with Sears, and that was his father. And his father went and had a talk with the cardinal or whatever, and got his son back into Catholic school, but that priest was gone. Okay. But I had to listen to this for 4.5 years, right? And then when this Pope started doing some things, I stopped going to about 2.5 years ago, I stopped going to the Catholic Church. I got divorced. My wife left me. She left the church, so she, because I kept telling her to stay with me, and they told me that I could I could receive communion, but I would have to annul my 20th year marriage with my 2 sons. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. And so now I am, I'm being, I mean, I'm digging more into the Word, and I'm around more God seeking people than I ever was as a Catholic. Most Catholics never read the Bible, right? And I don't know, that's kind of wild. With the group I'm around now, it's like, it's who can dig into it the most. It's just kind of cool, right? I love it. Okay. So this guy, Michael Voris, I'm all over him, bringing out, shine the light on what's going on in the Catholic Church. But you better clean house before you start condemning the non-Catholic faith. All right. All kinds of things, are being revealed to me, like this scripture. God can give it and God can take it away. And if